Development and process of making scientific. Lesson objective. At the end of this module, you should be able to understand the process of making scientific theories in relation to crime. According to Adler, theory is a statement that explains the relation between abstract concepts in a meaningful way. For example, if scientists observe that criminality rates are usually high in neighborhoods with high unemployment rates, they might theorize that environmental conditions influence criminal behavior in Siegel 2007. A scientific theory is an explanation of an aspect of a natural world and universe that can be repeatedly tested and corroborated in accordance with the scientific method using accepted protocols of observation, measurement, and evaluation of results. Where possible, some theories are tested under a controlled condition and an experiment in circumstances not amenable to experimental testing. Theories are evaluated through principles of adaptive reasoning. Established scientific theories have withstood repeatedly. Social theory, defined as a systematic set of interrelated statements or principles that explains aspects of social life. Theories serve as a model or framework to understand human behavior and the forces that form into it. Is based on verified social facts or readily observed phenomena that can be constantly focused that it form. It based on verified social facts or readily observed phenomena that can be constantly calculated and measured. Siegel 2007. Theory, a supposition or a system of ideas intended to explain something, especially one based on general principle independent of thing to be explained. It driven from the Greek word theoria, which means constipation or speculation. According to APA Dictionary of Psychology, Vendenbos 2007, as cited in Libet 2011, a theory is a principle that support to explain or predict a number of interrelated phenomena. In philosophy of science, a theory is a set logically related explanatory hypotheses that are consistent with a body of empirical facts and may suggest more empirical relation. More in 1991, as cited in, stated that a theory is a related set of concepts and principles about a phenomenon. The following are three stages of theory development. 1. Speculative, attempts to explain what is happening. 2. Descriptive, gathers descriptive data to describe what is really happening. 3. Constructive, revise old theories and develop new ones based on continuing research. The critical point relating to theory construct is its purpose to predict. Based on what I've read, theories are carefully developed explanations that help us understand social and scientific phenomena, including crime and criminal behavior. They are built through stages, starting from the speculation, moving to description, and finally becoming constructive models that can predict or explain events. In criminology, theories are essential because they guide us in studying and causes of crime, how laws are made and broken, and how society responds to deviant behavior. School of thoughts in criminology. Classical school. The classical school developed during the Enlightenment in response to excessive the cruel punishment to crime. Cesar Beccaria argued for more humanitarian form of punishment and against physical punishment and the death penalty. He believed that punishment should fit the crime and not be excessive. Neoclassical school. The neoclassical school emerged in a large part to remedy some of the problems created by the classical school. According to Taylor, Walton, and Young, contradiction and classicism presented themselves in universal penal measure and the day-to-day practice. It was impossible in a practice to ignore the determinants of human action and proceed as if punishment and encouragement could be easily measured in some kind of universe calculus apart from throwing the working of the law itself into doubt in punishment property crime by deprivation of property. Classicism appeared to contractive widely held communal notion of human behavior. Positivity school. The positivity school opposed the classical school understanding of crime. All people are different and thus vary in their understanding of right and wrong. This needs to be a barometer for punishment the person and that the crime should be punished. Positivity so is a rule as the systematic elimination of the free will metaphysics of the classical school and its replacement by a science of society taking on for itself and task of the eradication of crime. Ian Taylor, Paul Walton, and Jack Young wrote in the New Criminology for a Social Theory in Deviance. This is the deterministic movement was conciliated by Enrico Ferri, who championed the approach then being employed by an Italian military physician, Cesare Lombroso. Ideas that why things happen and help us predict future outcomes. They go through stages starting with guesses, becoming descriptive truth research, and finally forming solid explanation that connect fact and principle in criminology and give us a deeper understanding of crime, its cause, and how society can respond to prevent or address criminal behavior. Module 6. Fundamental concept of law, crime, and criminal justice. Concept of law, crime, and criminal justice. Crime is an act or omission punishable by law for forbidding or commanding it based on the theory of legitimacy. There is no crime if there is no law punishing such an act. That is why it's very important to us to define first what law is all about. Law is defined as the rule of conduct just made obligatory by legitimate authority for the general welfare and benefit of all the people. My thought is it suggests that laws are not neutral but reflect the interests of the ruling class and are used to maintain social control. The statement that criminality is merely a label is particularly thought-provoking, implying that what is considered a crime is socially constructed and subject to change based on the values and interests of those in power. Module 7. The existence of crime. First, define what is crime in different perspectives. Crime, the intentional commission of an act usually deemed social, harmful, or dangerous and specifically defined, prohibited, and punishable under criminal law. It also refers to an act or omission in violation of public law forbidding or commanding it. Crime may be offense when it is punishable by special law. Violation of special law are generally referred to as molum prohibitum. Felony, when it is punishable by reverse penal code. Violations of the reverse penal code are referred to as malum in se, which literally means that the act is inherently evil or bad or per se wrongful. Misdemeanor, when it violated on ordinance. Approaches in the study of the existence of crime. Biological, it believes that criminal behavior is inherited or identified through physical characteristic of criminal. Psychiatric, it believes that the crime is caused by mental disease and mental disorder. Psychological, it believes that the crime is caused by behavioral disorders. It has been a well-known social psychological principle that situations that diminish self-consciousness and self-awareness lead individual to being less restrained, less self-regulated, and more likely to act without considering and consequence of their action. Sociological, it believes that the crime is a result of social factors. Criminality results by the failure to properly socializing individuals and by unequaling opportunities between groups. Geographical, it believes that location of a person triggers criminal behavior. Demographical, it believes that population composition has a relationship in the existence of criminality. The more people living in a particular community, the more possibilities of crime existence. Ecology studies criminality in relation to competition, social discrimination, division of labor, social conflicts, and interaction of people in their environment. Economic explains about the relation of criminality based on the distribution of wealth or resources in the community. Victimology studies the roles of the victim in the crime. It explains how people are being victimized. Example, a house was robbed because of the absence of somebody who will look at it. My thought of this is groundwork for the understanding the legal and social dimensions of crime. The distinction between mala in se and mala prohibita is crucial for understanding the different types of offenses and the rationale behind their criminalization.